In aviation, AI keeps millions safe, every single flight. In finance, AI moves trillions in seconds, predicting, protecting, powering global markets. On our roads, AI drives the future, detecting danger before it happens. In factories, AI never sleeps, optimizing, learning, perfecting every process. But in our hospitals, the places we trust with our lives, AI is barely used. Most digital tools gather dust. AI is everywhere, except where we need it most. We're here to change that. To make AI as vital in healthcare as it is in every other industry. AI is transforming every industry, but in healthcare, it's not just about innovation. It's about trust, safety, and the people behind the technology. Because when a life is on the line, every line of code carries weight.
AI is not abstract for me. I lost two close family members to misdiagnosed tumors. A mistake no doctor intended. As a surgeon of 23 years, I have seen it all. How even the most passionate clinicians buckle under crushing workloads. And that aha moment when the patient improves, oh, that's just Nobel Prize for us. It is our Nobel Prize. But today, the system is at a breaking point. YouDiagnose clinical decision support system is my answer. The AI sidekick that every doctor needs. Time and again, I have seen doctors buried under intense clinical work, relentless, while patients fall through the cracks. Now we have the AI sidekick like a silent guardian whispering the rare disease marker that could have easily been overlooked, the high-risk cases that might have quietly slipped under the scanner, the drug interactions that could so easily have been missed. YouDiagnose is not about replacing clinical judgment, rather protecting it, so that clinicians can focus on those life-changing decision-making while AI handles those invisible threats. The reason behind designing YouDiagnose clinical decision support system is simple. No doctor should miss a life-saving clue, and no patient should be dismissed as a statistical outlier. Lastly, YouDiagnose is not a replacement for clinical judgment, rather protecting the doctor's sacred mission.
But technology alone isn't enough. Here's how our data scientists ensure it adapts to the real world.
Every day, our AI sees diseases defy textbook rules, like 19 years old with breast cancers or heart attacks in marathon runners. 10 years ago, these cases were outliers. Today, that's why we have built YouDiagnose clinical decision support system differently. Instead of rigid rules, it learns from every atypical cases, spotting hidden patterns and reinforcing its knowledge. Will it ever be perfect? No. But with every rare diagnosis it flags, like the teenager's tumor, a traditional system might have missed. But we are ensuring no learning opportunities becomes a missing life-saving opportunity.
But insight alone isn't enough. For AI to truly make a difference, it has to reach the people who need it, clearly, intuitively, and in the moments that matter most.
In my work, bridging medical informatics and patient experience, I've seen that even the smartest tech fails if it truly does not connect with the users. That's why at YouDiagnose, we design products not just for clinical precision, but for real people. Picture this: exhausted nurses dictating notes hands-free while sterilizing equipment. A rural doctor getting AI alerts in his workflow, not on a separate system. A patient seeing their care plan in plain, simple language, not medical jargon. We care deeply about these moments. Because what good is AI if it spots a tumor but the doctor is unable to see the alert, or if the patient cannot understand their next steps? This isn't just software. It's a medical device that blends clinical precision with human empathy. Because better tech should make care easier, not harder. At YouDiagnose, we design with empathy and intent, knowing that trust is earned by supporting, not replacing, clinical judgment.
And trust, that's where it all begins. Because no matter how advanced the tech, it's only as powerful as the confidence clinicians have in using it.
Hello, I'm Dr. Arti Garg, consultant surgeon in NHS UK. Every day AI gets smarter, our phones, our homes, even our cars. But step into a hospital and it feels like time stopped 30 years ago. I get it. Doctors want better tools, but they ask, who's responsible when AI gets it wrong? It isn't about resisting change, it's about trust. At YouDiagnose, we have taken different approach. Instead of replacing judgment, we support it, like a co-pilot, not an autopilot. My motive is to cut diagnostic delays without compromising safety. Because AI in healthcare isn't just about algorithms, it's about delivering results that clinicians can count case after case.
But trust isn't just built on performance, it's built on how we respond when things don't go as planned. That's where safety begins, not in perfection, but in how we learn, adapt, and improve.
Hi, my name is Lizzie Lowenstein. I'm an international organizational psychologist and I've been working in the field of applied psychology all of my career. I'm delighted to be working with YouDiagnose as a continuous learning, continuous improvement and patient safety lead. Now, the reason this focus is so important is because we cannot have a safety culture without also having a learning culture. We need conscious, intentionally designed, human-centered learning systems to accompany any tech development. Now, YouDiagnose is very much working at the cutting edge of tech solutions for clinical decision making, and safety is imperative in all of this. Now, tech solutions have embedded processes and methodologies for identifying risk, for managing risk, for learning in real time. However, none of this is going to be 100% risk-free. And the only way that we can mitigate risk in the best possible way is by also having the human-centered design. And safety comes from how we learn, not just from what goes right, but from all of our mistakes and the ability to turn these mistakes into learning material and then making sure we turn these into successes. And this is why at YouDiagnose we are building continuous learning cultures that adapt and evolve. So every lesson, big and small, makes care safer for everyone. I am delighted to be working alongside medically trained people, and we all have the same passion that the medical, the psychological and the technical, the tech development have all got to sit side by side, hand in hand. Any tech needs to be led by humans, and this is why YouDiagnose are particularly focused also on human intelligence. So that is why a culture that learns from mistakes and actively integrates those lessons into daily operations is absolutely essential for long-term resilience.
YouDiagnose, where every team, every process, and every outcome is shaped by passion, accountability, and relentless learning.
AI surrounds us, yet it's absent where it could make the greatest difference. At YouDiagnose, we're here to change that.